Hello everyone, my name is Ankush and today we will see how to solve a problem in the Dcoder app. Let's see. First go to the algo section and we will try the problem with the game of brackets simple version. So the first step to the problem is you need to read it clearly and think about it. Let's see. The problem is based on real life scenario of our team at Dcoder faced during development of this IDE. Okay. In a code editor, you need to indent the code and color the closing parentheses of the selected parentheses to know the code block. Okay. If there are unequal number of parentheses, there must be something wrong. Every opening parenthesis should be having closing parentheses. The problem is scaled down version. You are given a string, you need to tell if it's valid or not based on the fact stated above. Okay, so what I read by that, I can conclude that the main thing is there should be equal number of opening and closing parentheses. That's the only condition which makes the given string the given string a valid string or invalid. So see what's the input. Input contains a string. Okay. Output print yes for a valid string, else no. Okay, without quotes. Example, see this, there are two opening brackets parentheses and then two closing parentheses and one opening and one closing. So yes, this is a valid string, and there are two opening, one closing, and one opening, one closing. So this is not an valid string. Okay, fine. Constants are string length, so the given string would be of 0 to 100 characters long, and there is a note parentheses for this problem includes opening and closing parentheses. Okay, nice. What is the sample input? Sample input is four opening parentheses, then 3 closing, 1 opening, 1 closing, then 1 closing. Okay, sample output is yes. So what I'm doing, I'm thinking to do is I'll make a stack and I will add each opening parenthesis in the stack, and whenever I encounter a closing parenthesis in the given string, I'll just pop out the stack. I'll pop the top element of the stack, and if in the last the stack is empty, that means there are equal numbers of opening and closing parentheses, else there is something wrong. You have to print no. Let's see how to do it. We are given code editor, press tab. First of all, I need a stack. So in Java, you can make a stack like this. Stack is a LIFO structure which is known as last in first out. New stack. Okay, this should make the stack for me. Let's see what I need to do next is I need a scanner class to input the string. Scanner sc equal to new scanner I have to pass system .in that's it. Wait a minute, I would like to change the theme to something sorry, like this one or like this one. That's nice. And I would name this thing too. Just save it. Now that I have both, I can easily code. Start the problem again. Now we have a stack and we have scanner object. Now I need the input string input equals to sc dot next line. So now we have the input and we have the stack. Now what we have to do is we have to iterate over each character of this string to find if this is an opening parenthesis or a closing one. So for that I'm using for loop int I is equal to 0, I less than what? Less than input dot length, and this is method of string class which gives the length of the string, and we have to do I plus plus. Okay, I'll use this to go there. This. Now I'm inside the for loop. Now what I have to do is for each character I have to check if the input dot char at ith index is equal to an opening parenthesis. If that is, I told you, if there is an opening parenthesis we will add it to the stack. Otherwise we will check. If it's an closing parenthesis we will remove the opening parenthesis for it. So what we have to do is LIFO dot how to add in a stack. I don't remember that. LIFO dot put push. Sorry, I'm so dumb sometimes. What I have to push is this character. It is sometimes hard to just move because of the small font, so I use this movers. Done. So I checked if the character at ith position is an opening parenthesis, then we will push it to the stack. Now let's make its else part. If it's not that, then it is going to be a closing parenthesis because our string contains either opening or closing parenthesis. There is nothing else in our string. So let's first check if the structure the stack is empty. That means if the string is starting with a closing parenthesis, that means if there is no opening parenthesis for this closing parenthesis, this could be a case, so we have to handle it. Is empty is a method of stack, so if that happens then the output should be no. Let's make a boolean to keep track of that what should be our output, or we can just better make a string output should be yes normally, but if ever this happened during the process, then output should be what? No. Because there is an closing parenthesis on the start, and if on start there is a closing parenthesis, then in no way it could have an opening parenthesis. That makes sense, I think. But if that's not the case, else what we have to do is we will pop the topmost element from the stack. You can apply pretty much same logic on any of the language supported. You just need to know your own programming language. Logic remains the same most of the time. So that's it. Now we have to go out of this for loop. Now I'm out of the for loop. Let me see again if this is correct. Yeah, this is else closing parenthesis and this is for the for loop. So what I have to see now. Now one more thing is, if we get an opening parenthesis, we push it to the stack, and if we get an closing parenthesis, we pop it out from the stack. So in the favorable case, that is, there should be equal number of opening and closing parentheses. In the last, the stack should be empty. So let's just check if our stack's name is lifo dot is empty. That is good. That is good. That is something what we want. Should be empty, then the output should be yes, but output is already yes. I'm not turning it no. So we will do check if in the last lifo is not empty. Then what we'll do is we will turn output to no. That makes sense, I think. So that's it. Now what we have to print is, instead of hello decoder, we will print our output variable. Output. I think this should work. Let's just try this. Oh, there are errors. Let's see what are the errors. Source file Java in line 14. I will tell you how to read the errors. The 14 means there is an error or warning in line 14. What it says is row types found row type stack stack lifo equal to new stack. Okay, in this line there is an error. What's the error? Let's see. Missing type argument for generic class. Now if you have read Java, you must know about generics in Java. If you don't pass any type to a class, it would actually mean that it is a type of object class, but we are getting a warning here, so we have to specify which type of data type the stack supports. So as we are pushing a closing parenthesis that is actually in a character, so we have to define the stack for character type. Let's do it. Where are the triangular brackets? Yeah, here it is. Character. That's it. And what this just happened? I have to undo. Okay. Once more. No, it's okay. What is happening? Where did I click? Okay. So I need to put character over here too. Let's run it now and see what happens. So it said Congo, your output match with the sample case. Would you like to submit it now? Let's submit it. Press OK. It will load again and let's see what happens. So first test case was correct, second was correct, third was correct, and fourth was correct too. And there was total 4 test cases, and we have 4 correct cases, and points per case was 3, and we obtained 12 points. That was most we could get, and those are added to our profile. So this is how we actually solve a problem on this IDE decoder. I would like to show you one more hack in the IDE. What you can do, instead of hiding this button, the floating button fab, what you can do is you can take it and place it anywhere. If you are typing and it is irritating you here, you don't want to hide it during type, you can turn that off in the settings, and you can just move it, press this, and you can even put it behind the screen, underneath the screen. So how would you get it back? Just shake your phone and you will get it back. Try this trick. And so this is all. Thank you guys.